What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another Konosuba video. Now, today's going to be a fun one, guys. If you guys aren't aware, if you're not following us on the Danmachi side of things, we have a data miner in our midst, and he has brought to us today the first set of data mines for this particular game. Now, I won't say that, like, these are going to be the most unique data mines ever. In fact, there was a big discussion last night as to, whether or not what has been rumored is actually happening. Apparently, other data miners have actually acquired this information and have given us a little bit more than what we have here, reportedly. And again, this is only a rumor at the moment. I've not been handed anything concrete saying this is the case, but the current thought process is that this line of characters right here should be arriving, I believe, the second week in November. Again, that is all prelim. That's not like set in stone yet, but we'll talk about that here in a moment because there is a lot to digest. I can only show you what I have. I will not make any claims beyond that, but I will be forthcoming in the information that I guess, is like passing through the rumor mill right now. But let's get started and talk about what is here and what we know. Okay, at some point we are going to get a lottery. Okay, and for those of you, much like what happens on the in the Danmachi game, basically you're able to draw a certain number of times based on the lottery tickets we're going to receive, and when sated, you can basically reset and pick that up. Usually there's like some really good item, one or two of those, and then when those are expired, you reset and you can acquire them again. But there will be other things in here, as you can see over there, like potions and food and upgrade materials and things like that. But then there will probably be something really, really, really sweet. Maybe like, I don't know, Eris or Iris metals. Yeah, who knows. Really good stuff, though. And then once you acquire those, you'll be able to reset. When that happens, we will talk about it. We're still looking at probably at least another week and change before this is implemented, because the current event actually is due to, believe it has another 8 days or so in its cycle. Once that expires, we usually have about 24 hours, and then I would expect this to probably drop. I'm not saying that's set in stone. I'm just saying, based on speculation, that's probably about the right time for this to happen. Could happen sooner, could happen later, but that seems about like the right time. So there will be a lottery, and as you can see up here, there's various different lottery tickets that it looks like we're going to be able to acquire. So, and that actually looks like a 4-star ticket of some sort, and looks like we've got some 3-star 10-draw tickets here and stuff like that. So the lottery is coming. Now, we do have a sell here, and I did skip over it. Get tantalizing items from the lottery. And I'll kind of explain why this seems to coincide with the collab as well. So number one, you got meat, you got iris metals. It looks like there's a little purple tint on that too. So basically both those metals should be available in there. I'm not sure what the little mahjong title is. I have no idea what that mahjong tile is. But there's some quartz there. There's the skill upgrade potion. And then, of course, these items right here. Now, if you're wondering what those are, I believe these are going to have something to do with the upcoming collab. And let me kind of explain. And we're going to get into the collab now. As you can see down here, we have a tile for Subaru. And then like a specialty gem here that we haven't had before. And I'm guessing, once again, that's probably going to be for the crossover. And then we've got a tile for Amelia. And what's really fun, we actually have... I can't remember that little thing. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, we have that little thing. Puck. We have Puck. We have Rem. And we actually have 2 different tiles for Beetlejuice, which is interesting. I do know for a fact this tile right here is actually for the event incoming. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what this tile is for, but it's there. Beetlejuice, best I can tell, is not going to be a playable character. I don't believe he is. Here's another one of those gems. And I totally forget him, but yeah, that's a thing. And it looks like there will be some specialty items. Some of the currency from that universe is available here, and then we get into those specialty-looking gem things. They're right here. So I'm thinking these might be part of the collab. I could be wrong on that, but that is, like I said, it seems to line up, seems to be all part of this whole thing. So that kind of tells me, and once again, I don't know why a mahjong tile is in the midst, but it is. So we'll see how that plays out. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with this game or that franchise, but it's a thing. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty sweet, because whenever you see the rainbow outline like that, that usually signifies it's going to be a really, really, really sweet reward. Okay, now we've already talked about Beetlejuice there, so let's go ahead and jump into the units. Now, all of these units, we have a lot of information on, so we'll talk about that here in a moment, but you will see there's kind of like this Aqua that's kind of cosplaying Amelia, and then this is going to be the full-on piece of art for that, and then there's your just general character tile. And I will say, we do have some information here on these kimono units as well. The kimono units seem to be like already programmed in, though I believe, and I could be mistaken this, I believe these kimono units are actually called New Year's, so we might not get these yet, or we might get these early. We got, in October, we got, or I guess the end of September technically. Either way, arguably fall, we got, you know, summer swimsuit units. So, I mean, who knows? They could do anything they want at this juncture. Like, they could go crazy. But there are two different sets of units that we have available right now that are in the data mines that are not yet in the game. And that is, of course, the ReZero crossover, and then these kimono units, which are kind of interesting. So, that's Aqua. That is going to be Aqua with her kimono outfit. Looks pretty awesome. And moving on, then we have Megumin. And Megumin with Rem. Made Megumin. There's the full-on piece of artwork. Pretty cool stuff. I do like that a lot. And then we have Megumin with her playing this, I forget what the name of that game is, but the little the poetry game. Also a kimono unit. So I'm guessing this is coming soon. I think it would make sense for them to hold off and do this for New Year's, but considering we'll probably get a crossover event with the JP side of the game, and then so maybe this is like, I don't know if these units are older. I think they're older, because I think we've seen some information on these before, but neither here nor there. The kimono units are coming, and the more I really think about it, I think it would actually make sense for them to do a crossover with the JP version of the game for New Year's anyway. So these will probably be some interesting units, okay? So we've got quite a few units here and quite a few things to talk about. A lot of things to consider. That, I believe, is still the ReZero crossover. There we go. Actually, I don't think that's part of the crossover. I think these are part of something else entirely. But if we go out here, you'll see that there's quite a bit here to talk about. We actually finally have an actual Emilia unit. I've heard this unit is pretty respectable. What's really interesting to note, whenever you see these potions here, these potions are specifically for that unit, kind of like we have with the events. So it looks like we'll be able to get Emilia-specific potions. Now, I haven't seen those for anybody else, so I wonder if Amelia is going to be free to play, or if there's going to be something very special about that. So she'll probably honestly wind up being free to play from like the event or something of that nature. I really honestly don't know. I didn't play the JP version of this game when it drops. I'm sure some of the JP players can give us some more insight on that. But there's Rem. Of course, there's going to be a Rem unit. It'd be ridiculous for them not. She is adorable. Oh my god. That deadly mace of doom. Hold up. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Cosmo's face there, and, well, darkness being darkness? That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. So those of you that have asked, yes, it does look like the collab is coming, and it looks like it's coming sooner than any of us kind of expected. Now, there will be an event for this, all right? And I kind of clicked early, and as I said, the event will feature Beetlejuice. He is going to be basically your main villain, kind of like we have with... Where is he? There he is. The jack-o'-lanterns right now. So basically, he is going to be the main villain, and then of course you have the little darkness hands and all that stuff that come out and are going to attack you. He is looking extra psychotic. That's hilarious. Also terrifying. Thank you, game. But let's go back up here, because it looks like there's some extra special stuff. So remember we had the part 1, it wasn't even part 2, technically it was just part 1. Well, I guess with the story event there's a part 2 already. But that additional feature, and as you can kind of suspect, there will be a part 2 added. So that will probably honestly be either the new story or the new quests or whatever. Pretty straightforward stuff. Now, here we go. Boss battles, you can see here that they've added that extra little piece of currency there. And so there is more that you're going to be able to get during this event from these collabs. So raise the boss ticket cost per battle for a better chance of obtaining rewards. So you can now, and actually this might be permanent. Actually, the more I look at this, that might not be ReZero. That might be a permanent change. So if you increase the cost of your boss battle fight, it looks like your rewards are going to get better. Ooh. I like that. I thought this was part of the, it's the first time I've gone through some of these. I thought that was going to be part of the collab. Looks like this is going to be independent. Looks like that actually might be a permanent change. So that's interesting. Of course, we talked about Beetlejuice. There he is. And then, of course, we've got the quests with Amelia and Rem. And these are all going to be basically things you run side by side to get your boss tickets to fight Beetlejuice. This is the a Christmas event, it looks like. Some kind of winter event. So this might not directly follow that, or it could be related to the kimonos and they're just running it again. Hard to tell. It's a weird timing, so who knows. But it looks like they already have several events ready and lined up. And I'm going to gather there's probably going to be at least one more event between now and then. There are little things here and there, but it looks like some of the assets and things like that they have already added to the game. So, pretty awesome. There's Emilia's full asset, and there's Rem's full asset. And I'm sure you've probably already seen those because I probably have used Rem's in the thumbnail because Rem is pretty much best girl. Don't at me. I'm sure the Amelia camp is now losing their minds, but yeah, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Brave the trial of the ancients with your favorite characters to unlock the shrines. I have no idea what that is. Interesting. So it looks like more events and more things to do incoming. That is pretty awesome. So it says here, discover ancient artifacts. Okay, so actually those gems come back, so maybe those gems are for something else. Maybe it's not specifically for ReZero. Hard to tell, but they do. There's that Mahjong tiles back. So it says collect ancient artifacts from events and through the battle arena in order to overcome your trials. So these are going to be new upgrade items of some sort. I really don't know, honestly, but new upgrade items, and this is all translated, which means this is happening. Like, this is not speculation. This is not a fan translation. These are translations that have actually been taken out of the source code of the game. When I say the source code, the images that you see on screen. It's not really, we didn't turn source code into images. What we did is found images that were latent in the game, and well, these are the newest things that have been added. As I said, do expect some things between here and there. These probably will not be in, like, the immediate changes, but they're going to be pretty soon. Okay, your trials are not over yet. Unique character weapons. New trials will be added in the future. Weapon upgrades. You might even find unique character weapons. So we got a hint of this last night. Notice that there is like Megumin's weapon. I think that's actually Mitsurugi's weapon. Hilariously, because Chunchimaru is already in here, and Aqua's scepter over there. So the weapons we have now, good. But we're actually getting more shortly. So if you, like, I did that whole spiel last night on the stream talking about the 4-star weapons, whether to save or whether to go ahead and spend now. Looks like you might be saving. Though I will say when they drop this, do expect, like, double rewards and things like that to come back so that we can actually craft a lot of these things. So there is a bit to consider when you're talking about this. All right? Here's just a general background image of basically the collab itself, nothing too crazy. This is what you're gonna get when you summon Rem, which I'm gonna be seeing that. I will be wailing. I will 100% be wailing. Okay. Here are the titles for both Amelia and Rem. Nothing too surprising there. This is the boss that we actually have right now, so that's not anything new. We actually see that currently. Try your hand at boss battles. I actually saw this earlier, and this is one of the things that I was hinting at before that actually might be coming before this or sometime here in the very near future, and I like this. A literal raid boss event with your friends. Battle using your own party in single mode or fight alongside a group of up to 4 friends in multi-mode. So hopefully you've been using that friend system, guys. Use that friend system. Friend everybody you can that you think is going to help you out in this, because there is a raid boss coming that you could fight with your friends. That is super duper 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 important. Raid boss, guys. That is going to be awesome. Okay. And here we go. This is back to the event with Beetlejuice, talking about basically what you're going to do here. This isn't going to be unlike any other like event that we've seen in the game. Literally, this is going to be so incredibly similar. But being that it's the collab, it is going to have some unique situations to it, but I don't think it's going to be, different enough to, overwarrant explanation. So, boss tickets game for the event will allow you to try your hand at boss battles, literally the same thing we're doing right now. Boss battles, battle bosses as often as you like, just like we're doing right now. So basically the only difference between this or what we're doing there and what we're doing now are the characters. It's going to be more like what we currently have, not like troll battle. So do get out with bosses to claim victory. Once again, guys, if you don't beat them on the first try, you can always beat them later on. Receive rare items based on the total number of times the boss is vanquished across the community. So once again, there will be like a raid event where for as often as people fight these bosses, which you should be doing at least 3 fights a day, I do sometimes up to 5 a day, and we will get some pretty sweet rewards. So it's going to be really imperative that you fight these bosses and that you take them seriously. Earn 4-star collaboration characters from the missions and power them up. So it looks like that Amelia character will be claimable through there, and we will be able to get the potions to upgrade her from the exchange. So I believe she's actually in the summons. We'll pull that up here in a moment. I believe she's actually in the summons, so this will be a great free-to-play option to, if she's not there, at least get a free-to-play 4-star or at least power her up. Event missions allow you to earn 4-star collaboration characters in grayscale. So it actually looks like she's a collab exclusive character, probably only from the exchange. So I might be wrong on that. Again, tantalizing items from the emblem exchange, literally the same thing we're doing right now. Nothing really unique or different there. Collect appas. They're apples. Come on, guys, they're apples. And give them to Rem and Amelia. So this is a unique affinity item for Rem and Amelia. Super unique. So if you haven't been doing affinity, I haven't dropped my video on that yet. Hopefully we'll drop that here really soon. And then we'll talk about all that. But if there will be unique affinity and unique affinity items for Rem and Amelia. Okay? Beetlejuice traits. I don't know why they call them They probably did it for, like, I don't know. They probably did it for copyright purposes. Anyway, analyze the boss and form your party accordingly. Weak against water and light, uses dark attacks, and beware of haze. So anti-haze and anti-dark defensive items will be best. Water and light are going to be your best attacks. Pretty straightforward stuff. Start planning now. Now, here's an interesting one. Battle Arena EX Unlocked. This is a new Battle Arena event. Vie for the top score while playing by special rules. I don't know what those special rules are. Let's see if it tells us here. Doesn't really say. 100-day release celebration. So all this looks like it's going to actually coincide with the 100-day release celebration, so there will be pretty cool stuff there. Enter a room ID to play with your friends. Search for rooms by entering 7-digit ID. What is this? Okay. I don't know what this is, actually. So this actually might pertain... I don't know, might pertain to that. Let's see. So battle bosses with your friends. So this is actually the raid boss event we were talking about before. Earn mobile rewards, and then in single mode receive bonus MVP rewards by inflicting the most damage. Take on multiple bosses with up to 4 players. So that's exactly what that is. So basically you're going to be able to set up these rooms and then fight these bosses. This will probably be, looks like this is going to be for the 100 days event. I don't know when the 100 days is. We're, what, 8 weeks in now? So before long, about another month. What, if even that? I don't know. Math hard. Team up with allies to take down bosses. Coordinate with allies to reduce the boss to 0 HP. So once again, we're talking... You know, would they consider the Australian release in that 100 days? They might actually. It might happen sooner than we realize. It might be the end of this month. Ooh. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We'll figure that out, and they'll probably announce it about a week out. It'd be nice. Coordinate with all the allies to reduce boss stage to 0 HP. Even if you are defeated, you will win if your allies defeat the boss. So... Once again, it's a typical raid boss event. You gotta beat the opponent, but you get several tries to do it across your friends. Okay? Really panty luck. Well, there you go, Kazuma. There you absolutely go. I'm masochist luck. I'm not gonna touch that with the 10-foot board. Moving on. All right, so here's all the stuff for Amelia, Rem. And then, of course, we have the assets down here. So, pretty straightforward stuff. That kind of is the end of the data mines. Now, as far as the characters themselves go, here we go. Spirit Arts user Amelia. All right. 4-star unit. She's a water element, and she uses wand. Pros, none. Cons, character was only available with a ReZero collab. So, not a lot of information there. Skill 1. I believe this is her SA. Is water element. Charge time is 23 seconds. Deals water magic damage. Oh, nope. That might not be her SA. No, that is her SA. Why does it say charge time? Whatever. Doesn't matter. No, that's her 4th skill. What is her SA? What is her SA? I don't know. Anyway. So because it has a charge time, it is not the SA. That's actually her big attack. Water element damage, charge time 23 seconds, deals water magic damage to all enemies. It's an AoE attack and charges party's ultimate gauge by a medium amount. So it does actually add SA gauge boost, which is nice. Spirit Smoke, element none, charge time 24 seconds, heals the party by a medium amount of HP and cures blindness. Nice. So does it just cure? So just cures blindness. Doesn't cure other elements. Just blindness. Water Shot. Water element damage. Charge time. Question seconds. I don't know who. Probably not very many. Deals water damage to a single target. So Humina, the very first one, that is an AoE. We have a heal, and then we have a single target attack, and then of course increased damage done by water element by up to 4%. After limit break 5, increases the bonus to 6%. So basically, as a sub, she'll work really well on water teams. I don't see what the SA is, though. And I honestly don't know. I have no idea what the SA is. So, interesting. Health is 1800, agility is 68, physical attack is 246, magic attack is 340, physical defense is 182, magic defense is 246, so she's all about the magic. Dex is 69, luck is 78, and she has 20% fire resistance. So, pretty good stuff. Okay. Rem, once again, a water unit, 4-star, of course. And she's a physical attacker. Okay. Once again, the con is that she's only available during the event. I don't know whether these units are terribly good or terribly bad. The only one I know that I've heard is really good is Megamine, and we'll get to her here shortly. So, element, water damage. Charge time, 19 seconds, which is nice. Deals heavy water damage and physical damage to one enemy, so she's not AoE, a single target, and increases character's speed by a medium amount, so she'll increase her own speed, which is nice. El Humina. Interesting. Is that the same name? Anyway, deals water elemental damage to one enemy, not AoE, one enemy, and heals party's HP by a small amount. And then she just does a base physical attack. Deals elementless physical damage to one enemy, not that big of a deal. And also, just like with Amelia, she's going to be good as a sub on water teams. That actually might be the best thing about these two units. I don't know that they're going to be too crazy good, but I do know that Emilia having an AoE is really nice, but man, that 23-second cooldown is going to be a pain, an absolute pain. Okay. Different World Tour Aqua. Here we go. Wind element and light element, and she uses wands, of course. Okay. Tornado attack, element wind. Her SA should be the same as every other Aqua unit. Do be aware that we are going to start getting some changes to those, but right now I don't think it's any different. Charge time is 21 seconds. Deals medium amount of wind element physical damage to one enemy and heals the party some HP. Now, cyclone attack, wind element. Charge time 18 seconds. Notice that the single targets do recharge a little faster than the AoEs, which makes sense. Deals light wind element damage to one enemy and applies medium physical attack buff to your party. Then finally, just a regular base physical attack, nothing too crazy. And then for her sub skill, increases the wind and light element damage by 4%. After limit break, that becomes 6%. Health, 1889, agility 65, physical attack 294, magic attack 316. She's actually really good once again on the magic side. Physical defense is a bit higher than what we saw before, 208. Magic defense is 222, so she's kind of about the same. Dexterity 76, and luck is 10. Nice. And water resistance 20%. So, interesting that. All right. Then we actually have the Kimono Aqua, which, once again, I'm fairly certain these units are going to be dropping here before too terribly long, but I think we got previews of one of the units, so these will probably be the thing that follows the collab. I'll cover these a little bit later, because I'm sure people are just more interested in the collab units, if I'm entirely honest. So we'll probably cover those in their own right. Matching Pose Megamine. This is the basically crossover unit that pairs with Rem, light, and fire attack damage. And I'm going to guess the fire attack is her SA. So, first skill, Shining Potions. And I've heard this is actually really good. Deals light element damage to all enemies, so she's an AoE, and applies medium magic attack boost to the party. So not only is she AoE, she also deals magic attack boost, so she'll be really good for your magic teams going forward. Shining Potions. Element light, charge time 20 seconds. Deals light element damage to all enemies yet again, so she has 2 AoE skills. And buffs the party's speed by a small amount. So she's actually increased speed and does... Yeah, she's really good. Oh my god. Element None just deals an elementless physical damage for this one, but you don't really care, because you're really looking at those 2 AoEs above. Increases fire and light element damage by 4%. That becomes 6% after limit, so she'll be excellent on the fire team or the light team. I want this unit. This unit is substantial. Health is 1530, so she's going to be a little on the squishy side. Agility is 68, physical attack is 263, magic attack is 312. It's really nice. Physical defense is 176, and magic defense is 208. Dex is 72, luck is 71. That's really nice. And she resists dark element by 20%. So she'll be really good against Beetlejuice. You really want this unit against Beetlejuice, I'm going to guess. Okay. Kimoto Megamine is another one I've heard is really good, but I'm going to pass over that one just because... And actually, I don't think these are crossover units either. I think these are all part of some later upcoming events. So that's kind of it for the crossover units. I'll talk about the other ones in their own right a little bit later, but I think right now, most people really care about the crossover units. Those are the ones that are probably the most hype. Megamine, I would argue, is probably the best one there, but let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. This is a long one, but we'll try to bring more datamines to you guys as they drop. Like, comment, share. I'll be back with more Konosuba for you guys really soon.